Welcome to our morning show today from WRCO. It's our time to focus on some great things happening with the Richland School District. Carrie Stoltz is here, Richland School District Director of Marketing and Communications, and Robin Dickman is here. Robin is a middle and high school teacher and working with the Hive program. We'll talk about that and what that's about, what it stands for coming up here on the morning show. Carrie, it's right now, happy thoughts thinking about homecoming, right?
Yeah, we are. It's coming up so quickly. There's plenty to do before it happens, but yeah, coming up the end of this month is homecoming week. We actually have a home game tonight, so that's our last home game before homecoming. And yeah, it's been a whirlwind. We're back in school and things are going, and some of those first tests are coming out right now, and some grade checks that are some are great, some are not. So kids are really getting back into the swing of being in school and needing to do some work and hit the ground running.
By this point, and this is the third Friday, this is always an important day for the district, any district, right?
Oh, definitely. So third Friday is basically how many students are in our district. And so I don't know if it's Wisconsin or the DPI or who decides that, okay, this is the day that if kids are going to be in your school, they should be in your school. And so we'll do a count and see how many students we have and how many are in building. And there's a couple other ways that you can, if a kid is sick today or something like that, they're not going to not be counted. But yeah, it's a big day, and we are hoping that we have good numbers and all the kids in school today. So yeah, it's kind of a random day out there in holiday in the district school sort of world, if you will. But yep, we're hoping we have lots of kids in class today.
And you've had a chance to introduce new staff, I think, on your website and whatnot, but they're kind of getting settled in now. Did you have a lot of new staff this year?
We did. It wasn't as much as some other years, but we really had some key pieces come in. The Hive program is new, so we had two teachers come in with that, Robin and then Amanda Lewig, and that was a whole new program for us and really supporting in a different way as we've seen kind of virtual education become a bigger component of education in general and something that kids really have gravitated towards. I think COVID kind of was the beginning of that. And when, a lot of kids were itching to come back to the building and get, back to normalcy, some kids really were like, hey, this actually worked really well for me. So as we're seeing that more districts and us specifically, but districts all over the state are seeing that and kind of trying to support that as well. So then we had some other positions in our district office. So we have a retirement coming up and a couple people replacing that position. Our tech ed department got a new instructor. But yeah, just a smattering of people all over the place. Second grade, I think, fifth grade. So new teachers coming in, and it was exciting to see. It's always exciting to get some fresh ideas and fresh insights from some people who have experience teaching in other school districts, and maybe we can borrow some ideas from those districts, and also to get those fresh eyes that are right out of college. I mean, those young people really come in with new ideas and fresh ideas, and hopefully our veteran teachers and those fresh eyes can kind of make a great match. And we do have the mentor program to help our new teachers kind of learn our buildings and our district and learn about teaching in general. Teacher Mentorship Academy is really great program for our young teachers too, to really get them started in a good way with classroom management, and also just the what in the world did I do sort of thing. So we have veteran teachers come in for that. It's really a great program to support our newest educators, and we're excited to see them in the buildings and not in the buildings too. Mm-hmm. We're talking about the virtual program.
So the older teacher, the more veteran teacher, mentors the younger. Does that go through the year then, or how does that work?
It's actually, I think, a multi-year program with fewer touch points as they get more involved. But they have building buddies, I think is what it's called. So you can have someone to ask when the copier doesn't like you or something like that. And also a veteran teacher in your department to kind of help you with student management, how things run in our district, questions on curriculum or best practices or things like that, things that are going to help our younger teachers really get that good base of knowledge. And I do truly believe that it goes both ways. So some of our veteran teachers also get to see these new ideas, and just somebody asking, why do you do it this way, can really make you question, like, oh, why do I do it this way? Maybe there's something better or something different I can try, or a student I can better support in a different way.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. You like to talk about some wins for the district, I think. And what I have noticed, your extracurriculars, because I'm at a lot of your sporting events, great attendance, great fan support, great student sections.
Yeah.
So you got to be happy with that. Good start to the season.
It is awesome. And I mean, you and I were both at River Valley last night, so that was great to see the volleyball team come away with a win. And the River Valley is always a head-to-head sort of contentious match. So that was nice to get that win for them. The football team got a nice win over Lancaster a couple weeks ago. So we really are seeing the energy is really great. And I mean, over the summer, we work really hard. District office works all year. And so we're hitting the ground and we're getting ready. And there's like all these, things to put in place, and the paperwork sort of things. And then we get kids back in the building, and it really is this kind of energy that comes through. And the cell phone thing went into place this year at the high school, especially. And
how's that going?
It's louder for sure.
I mean, they talk more?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, the hallways are louder. The lunchroom is louder. It actually has been, I think, really good. And I didn't even bring my cell phone with me today. Robin and I both said the more the kids are encouraged to not.
Look at that.
I know, it's crazy. The more the kids are encouraged to not be on their phones, the more we, even as adults, have kind of embraced it a little bit too. And I mean, my kids, even the first couple of days, they're like, I just feel like I'm forgetting something. I feel like I'm forgetting something. And realizing that was a big part of your day, like that you have this thing that you now feel like you're forgetting if you don't have attached to you. So I think it's been really positive. The adults think it's been really positive. The kids may have different opinions sometimes. But all in all, it's louder in the building, and that energy is really there, really great to hear it even through our walls. So
eye contact and conversations, and man, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't
Not
think,
at all. Not at all.
Right.
Yeah, your line of work is kind of relies on that.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? You always try to convince some friends from the district to come and join you, and sometimes you have success, sometimes you don't, but you had success. Robin Dickman said that she would join you.
She
today.
did. It was a little last minute, but I'm always grateful to our staff and kids, all the people who will come and join me and talk about their great programs. And I usually meet with whoever's going to come with me, and it's so exciting to see their eyes light up. Like, some people are nervous about coming on the radio or something like that, but they all have this passion that just exudes from them. And so it's easy to get people to talk about things they're passionate about, and Robin is no exception. So
yeah, good to have you on, Robin.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
So tell us, what does HIVE stand for?
It stands for, help me. Home-based. That's what the H is. But I'm sorry. Home-based, instructor-facilitated virtual education. I just got a little stage fright. Sorry about that. I'm over it.
So it kind of incorporates a lot of things.
That's correct,
not
yes.
not just one avenue, does it?
That's right. So the home-based means you can be doing your school from home, and I would say a lot of my students are doing their school from home. But really, Carrie kind of coined the term learning anywhere and excelling everywhere. So I do like that. So you can be doing school on the beach, or you could be doing school in the car on your way to see Grandma and Grandpa, or at Grandma and Grandpa's house, or wherever you are, school is with you. And that's really how life is, right? So you're learning everywhere. You're learning something everywhere you are. And now we're just taking formal education into that same space.
It sounds like it's not just a one-size-fits-all. I mean, there are a lot of different combinations that students are doing this year, aren't they?
Absolutely, and that's what we want it to be, kind of like school your way. If you like to be at home and you want to do school at home, that's great. If you're more of a traveler, like maybe your family travels, you can be doing school on the road. But also the ability to choose like classes that fit your interest. And some students still like that in building part, and so they're maybe doing a class or two in building. They have the option to do any clubs or sports that are available in our district, and so some of our students are taking advantage of that. But yes, it really is built around doing what works for you. learning how you learn, your ways. Like if you are more one-on-one, or if you're more just by yourself, or if you like to listen to music, or if you just doing it your way, education your way.
So there are some students that choose to go like maybe to a couple of classes in person and then do the rest of the day virtual?
Absolutely, yeah. I think band and choir are big picks. Some are PE, Phi-Ed. I'm trying to think what some of my art's another huge one that the students love to come and be in person for. That's kind of, I mean, you can do art by yourself, but there's something to be said for doing that in person and having another person's eyes on it and stuff. Yeah.
Are there some homeschool students that do some virtual with you as well?
Yes. Well, home-based education is different. Like it's its own definition by the DPI, but this is through the district, kind of a home-based program. So yes, some students have chosen to leave the regular homeschool program and come with us. And we do have one student that is kind of doing a hybrid of both homeschooling and Hive, because homeschool students are allowed to take up to 2 subjects or 2 classes in the district, courses in the district, and this student is choosing to do Hive. So he's still at home, but he is taking 2 classes through the district. So
yeah, interesting stuff. And you think about the history of education. Years ago, this might not have been something that you'd have been in favor of. I mean, you've seen success with it, and it's something that works. It sounds like.
Yes. Well, so I am part of the National At-Risk Education Network, and it was interesting. A few months ago, at our last meeting, one of the national leaders, in that was saying, schools, education in America needs to start thinking outside of the box. Like since COVID, people's eyes have been open, kind of like Carrie was saying, that having 30 kids in a class all doing the same assignment doesn't work for every kid. And if we want to meet kids where they're at and meet their needs and help them learn to the best of their ability and their potential, we need to start thinking outside the box. And so I'm really proud of the Richland School District for thinking outside of the box and coming up with some unique and solutions. And we are kind of like, this is our first year, so we are trying stuff and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't work. And I've even had people say, can I do this? And well, I had never thought of that. So let me check into that. Let's see if we can make that work. So really just trying to open our minds up to what would work for students and what we can do for them. So
I know students in the partner school, a lot of them have jobs elsewhere. Is that kind of the case with students in the Hive program too?
Yes, some of my students have chosen Hive because maybe they are working. They had a great job that they loved. I have a senior who did construction all summer, and because it's still construction season, the weather is still great for that. And being in a school building 5 days a week for 8 hours a day would not work. He would have to give that up, but he's able to continue working construction and do his Hive school, his online program, around that, either in the evenings or on the weekends. Still doing great. I just checked on him today. He's doing fabulous, keeping up with everything. In fact, ahead of pace in some of his classes. So, but working.
I can see this helping graduation rates as well.
Well, that we would hope so. But yes, I definitely think that's going to be the case. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there a typical day?
No, there isn't. That's the whole point, right? It is what works for you. So, I mean, a lot of the students get up and work at home and then come in for classes or don't come in for classes. But also a lot of my students are hitting subjects on the weekends. So I'll come in on Monday morning and I have all these assignments to grade and then a lot of things turned in. So that works for them. That's what they're doing. So really, no, there is no typical day. It's what works for you as a student.
How many students are in the Hive program, Robin?
Currently, we are hitting that 45 mark in the 7 through 12. I'm not sure what Amanda's current count is, but I want to say it's hovering around 20. So that's going to put us close to 65. I don't think that's an exact number, so don't hold me exactly to the number, but we're in that area.
What grades does Amanda Louie have then?
Amanda has pre-K through 6th.
Okay.
So she's doing the elementary, and that does look different than the high school. High school students are more independent. I ask my high school students to log their attendance daily. They need to turn in what I call an EOL, an evidence of learning daily. So some sort of an assignment to show that they've done school daily. Now remember, if they're turning that in on Saturday and Sunday, then they may not be turning in something 2 days during the week, right? But Amanda's students maybe are turning that in weekly. And then she does a lot of online classes with them and meets with them virtually as a class, and a lot of fun activities. She's really a fantastic teacher.
How does it work then, Robin? Do they check in? Is it 8 to 3:30 like the typical school day, or can they do classes at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, or what works for each student?
Well, I only work 7:30 to 3:30, but they are welcome to work whatever works for them. So then if they are doing classes at 2 o'clock in the morning, some people do like that schedule. I won't see it till the next morning, but I am checking on them daily to see.
So each student checks in every day, so
they are supposed to turn something in every day, yes. And most of them are really great at that.
That's interesting stuff there. And you look at this and the future of this, if somebody is listening and may be interested in getting a student in this, is there still room to enroll?
Yes, absolutely. We still have, in fact, I'm not even sure what that cap is going to be for me. It is the first year, so I'm just seeing what the workload is. But right now, absolutely, there's space.
It keeps you busy, though, it sounds like, with that many students.
Absolutely, yeah, but I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah. Sounds like fun. We'll come back and talk a little bit more about it, the Hive program, and some other cool things going on in the Richland District when the morning show continues. Our focus is on the Richland School District today on the morning show. Gary Stoltz and Robin Dickman in the studio with us today to talk about some great things going on at the start of the school year. The school years go by so fast. It seems like we were just setting the stage last year.
Right, I know. Last time I was here, we weren't in school yet. So
that's right.
Yeah, so it really is. It's hard to get back into that routine, but it happens so quickly. And before you know it, first quarter won't last very long at all, especially with like homecoming and the kind of first day, first week getting in the building. And it's just crazy how quickly it goes. And every week is something new and something exciting. And so, yeah, we're hitting the ground really.
I'm impressed by how many clubs that the school has. Could you talk about those?
Yeah, for sure. If you've seen, if you've been to an event or something, usually the concession stand is run by a certain club or a certain class even. I think class of 28 has concessions tonight at football even. I've been at soccer games, and the soccer girls have run that. So clubs are usually in charge of concession, and then that helps raise money for their club. But there are so many that our food service director puts out the list of events and what are available for clubs, and it is gone just in a heartbeat because all these clubs want to work at. But yeah, we have I think it's nearly 20 clubs now that kids can be a part of. So everything from forensics, if you're really into speech, or the yearbook, or a couple new clubs this year, which are really exciting. So we started a chapter of Skills USA, which really focuses on a myriad of skills that kids can have. So there is a consumer science arm, family and consumer science arm. So that would focus on culinary and that kind of stuff. And then there's also a technical arm, which would focus on, really the sky's the limit, automotive or mechanical or even light design or things like that too. So those are new clubs this year that kids can be a part of. Our in-building students went around, it's got to be last week sometime, and just explored all the different clubs. So each club had an advisor sitting at their table kind of talking about what their club is, and students got a chance to kind of go around all of them and see what they might be interested in. So that's always an exciting day for kids to kind of open their eyes and see what new things are out there too. Along with Skills USA, there was also the HOSA, which I can't remember the total acronym, but it is for students who are interested in healthcare and getting into kind of those careers and having a club that they can talk to other people who are interested in that, maybe earn some internship opportunities or go shadow at the hospital or a dental office or anything like that. So those are just some of the new ones this year that we are excited, and we're bringing back some old favorites. National Honor Society, Student Council. The Eat and Read Club is kind of a unique one to the Richland district. So, if I was younger, I'd be all over that.
Do you still read books, though? You were putting out some time last year set aside for students and teachers.
We do, yeah. So ours at the high school is Monday. The district office even participates. And so Mondays from 1:15 to 1:45, we have Read Across the Hive. And so different school buildings will do it at different times. But yeah, it's literally a half hour where everything shuts down. We don't answer the phone. We don't answer the doors. We shut down the office and we just read for 30 minutes. And our kids are participating too. And like personal mom experience, my kid does not love that. So he started reading the paper like during the day, during his Read Across the Hive time, because he's like, the books are not what I want to do, but even reading a paper or a magazine or anything like that. Sports section is probably a favorite. But
you're still reading, though.
Right, exactly. You're still reading something that interests you. It could be anything. Kids can read graphic novels or, hunting and fishing magazines or whatever would interest them. So in the office, we try and do a little more like technical reading or something that is job related, but even we can pick something fun that we want to do, a novel or something like that. So yeah, really a focus of the district to know that reading is really fundamental to a lot of the things we do. And it's, learn to read and then read to learn. And so really kind of leaning into that read to learn component of our students is a big focus of the district.
I'm happy to hearing that's still going on. Homecoming, I know you're going to bring some student council students in a couple of weeks, but that'll be a busy week. Could you talk about the theme and what's going on that week?
It's such a fun theme. I think student council is responsible for it every year, but Once Upon a Hive. So it's very fairy tale, sort of theme, and some of the things have the kids' activities have a fairy tale theme even involved in them. So we always have the tug of war, but this year it's the tangled tug of war. So like Rapunzel's hair is the rope. So the kids have done a good job to kind of come up with things that are going to keep the theme alive. And so even the dress days are kind of fairy tale themed. So there was Monday is Beauty or the Beast, and so you could dress, super fancy or not at all, and then not at all, fancy or not fancy, not at all, fancy or not fancy. Another one is Pinocchio Day. So if you've seen the kids in the white T-shirts where they write a white lie about themselves, that's Pinocchio Day for the kids. And just kind of having this fun fairy tale theme around it is always fun. And there's always still class color and Hornet Pride, but just kind of having this fairy tale, Once Upon a Hive. And so in the floats, you'll see that kind of theme too coming through in the parade, and kind of a fairy tale underpinning of anything we're doing for homecoming.
Oh, well, it'll be full gear and full, toilet paper. Is there another no TP? Can you get signs again this year if people want those?
They're not out yet, but I do anticipate that we have those coming out. Yeah, for the kids, for the residents who would prefer not to clean up toilet paper the day after.
So just talk to the district if that's
talk to the district. We'll have a Facebook post, I'm sure, and probably some in the paper when they're released. Student council is in charge of that. So we are still a couple weeks away. So I do anticipate those are coming back in, and I think high school office to pick those up. So yeah, we'll have those out for our residents.
Okay. Robin, we appreciate you coming along. It's been really nice to learn about the Hive program. Maybe, again, you could talk a little bit about it. How is this different maybe from other virtual learning situations that maybe other districts have?
Absolutely. So one thing that I would like to really hit is that you have two local teachers. That's the I in Hive, the instructor facilitated. And so instead of maybe having teachers across the state, or maybe not even in our state, that are teaching your classes, you have somebody local that is accessible to the students, can help them troubleshoot, answer questions, and is grading their papers. So I think one of the benefits of this is if there's an assignment that a student is really just not comfortable with or doesn't like, or maybe they just want to pitch a new idea, like, hey, I really think I can show my mastery of this skill or my mastery of this concept, and I would prefer to do it in this way. And they can have a different type of project or paper or learning that they want to do that is different, that's written in the curriculum. We can adjust that. And really tailor it to their needs and their how they want to show what they've learned. So not that maybe other programs don't do that, but this is just a local person that you can work with and that is available. We both have, Amanda and I both have office hours. Yes, it can be face-to-face. Even if that face-to-face is virtually, they can jump in and work with us in that way.
For parents that might be concerned that their students aren't going to get the socialization, as you mentioned, important that they can still join clubs and extracurriculars and things like that.
Yes,
too,
they can join all of our clubs, extracurriculars. Amanda and I are also being very intentional about having some outings for Hive students. So on October 2nd, we're attending a Midsummer's Night Dream at APT. All Hive students are invited to come to that. I mean, it's closed now. We had to say how many tickets, but they were all invited to come, and we will be doing that on October 2nd. Really excited about that. I can't wait to see it. I've heard great things because the English department took some kids this week, and it sounds like it's an amazing performance. So we're excited. And then we're doing an apple orchard field trip. We're hoping to find a place to do a Thanksgiving dinner together. So there is opportunities for them to mingle virtually, but also in person. I know in the elementary, Miss Luig has a lot of opportunities for the kids to come on virtually and work together or do projects together or learn together, play games together. So they can get to know each other on a screen, but then they can also get together in these in-person field trips. We're trying to plan maybe 2 or 3 a season. So our fall season would be the APT and the apple orchard and the Thanksgiving dinner.
Once a student is a part of Hive, are they locked in for the school year? I mean, can they, like, all of a sudden, maybe this doesn't work, or they can go back to face-to-face?
Absolutely. Great question. No, they're not locked in. We do ask that they continue out the classes they have, and some of those classes can be set to finish in a quarter. You know, the high school is on quarters, and only taking up to 4 classes per quarter, where a lot of schools do semesters, we do quarters. And so if you are unsure if this is going to be a great fit, we can put you on more of a quarter type of a schedule instead of a semester schedule. And then if it's not working, you can transition back into person. Absolutely. And some of our students are just giving it a try for the first quarter to see how it works. We really want this to be student-centered and about the best possible outcome for students.
Thanks for coming and sharing about it today.
Absolutely.
It's
so
good to learn
happy
about
to be
it.
here. Yeah.
Robin
Thank
Dickman
you.
joining us, who is a middle and high school teacher here with the Richland District. And Carrie, we'll probably see you tonight. And it's going to be a big night because they've got the mini cheerleaders tonight.
Yeah,
don't they?
pregame is mini cheerleaders, and then halftime we are recognizing the band parents. So the band will come out with their parents as a recognition night. So whether you're there for the football team or just there for the band or just there for the cheerleaders, come on out and enjoy a great game tonight at the Richland Center High School Fieldhouse.
And stay tuned to this channel if we have to make some weather announcements. I hope we don't have to.
Please
but
do. Fingers crossed.
We'll cross our fingers.
We will.
All right. Thanks for coming in this month. You bet.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Carrie Stoltz joining us, Richland School District Director of Marketing and Communications, and Robin Dickman as well in the studio talking about the virtual programs with the district. We'll be back with more in a moment.